Minister of Tourism, the Minister of Education, as we don't talk with it, and also we don't talk with the chairman for the Sierra Leone People's Party, Jimmy Batilu Songa, and also Keke Thomas Sandy, with the work at the office of the president. We also they don't talk with them this morning. They watch from the screen. This is the state opening of the third session of the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone. Continue for Sierra message to the number +23274 200 505. With comments at the platform Usai the watch from. This is the third session of the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone. As many people there, cabinet ministers and there, they await the speech of the President Julius Maada Bio. Plenty people now they wait for listen to waiting the President, the Gabse, as after the President don't make this particular speech. Our Parliament therefore debates the speech for 1 week. As of waiting day inside that particular speech day from the opposition bench and the ruling bench, both the two bench and the Parliament will definitely debate within the President therefore can see this afternoon now the well of Parliament. Continue for send a message to the number +23274 200 505. As plenty issues and where the President can say this morning at the well of Parliament. The First Lady, Madam Fatima Bio, then at the well of Parliament now, as we all patiently wait for the arrival of the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone for Canada the well of Parliament. As always, a very empirical for listening to the speech of the President and how people will assess that speech all about the country, and of course how Parliament also they assess and debate the speech of the President after we go to making pronouncements. Yes.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, our voices come. Credibility, now we ability. News, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl begin the security power. We call we count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. He count on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved, staffs them everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices gone. Credibility, now we ability news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl begin, let's get the power. If you call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like an eagle we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, let's get the power. He count on me, he count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl begin, let's get the power. If you call on me, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
this morning, the Minister of Finance, Sheikh Ahmed Fatemadi Pangua, being at the house. They also get the Chief Minister as well did at the house this morning. They all their weeks forget His Excellency the President for enter the well of Parliament for deliver his speech, as this is the second term of His Excellency the President of the Republic of Sierra Leone. It's the second term of His Excellency the President. We were expecting to come at the House of Parliament this morning for deliver a message on things that we don't do so far since we took government. Ladies and gentlemen, continue to watch. We will bring you live broadcasts at the Well of Parliament this morning. This is the Liberty Television. Continue for sending a message to the number +232742055 with your comments that the platform was either watch with from this morning.
The flies on the mix. Log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staff them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Voices come. Credibility, now we are building news. Give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Voices down. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. He count on me, he count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Voices down. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. The count on me, the count on we anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl begin the security power. If you call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Voices down. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. The count on me, the count on we anyhow. Give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl begin, let's get the power. You call on me, count on me anyhow. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism.
Former Honorable Speaker of the ECOWAS Parliament, members of the judiciary, ministers of government, honorable members of parliament, our revered traditional and local government leaders, our religious leaders, the mayor of the municipality of Freetown, members of the security, public safety and intelligence services, civil society organizations, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, fellow Sierra Leoneans, good morning. I'm here before you today with deep humility and gratitude to open the third session of the 6th Parliament of the Second Republic of Sierra Leone. I do so fully aware of the sacred trust our people have placed in us to lead with integrity, wisdom, and courage. This house is the beating heart of our democracy. It is here that we make decisions which shape every home, every farm, every school, and every market across our nation. It is here that we determine whether Sierra Leone's future will be defined by unity and progress or by division and delay. Over the past year, you have chosen service above self. You have debated with vigor, legislated with purpose, and placed country above party. Whether stabilizing our economy, reforming the petroleum sector, strengthening national security, or expanding opportunities for our young people and women, you have shown the true character of a parliament that works for the people. I therefore commend the leadership of this House. Every honorable member, the heads of all political parties and our paramount chiefs, you have fulfilled your mandate with honor and earned the gratitude of a proud and hopeful nation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I will lay before this honorable House a comprehensive report detailing our governance record and achievements from the year past. I trust Parliament will give it the careful review it deserves, consistent with your oversight mandate and our shared responsibility for national transformation. My address, however, is not about reciting figures. It is a story of progress and possibility. It is a snapshot of where we are, what we have achieved together, the challenges that remain, and the vision that guides us forward. As we open this new session, let us renew our shared commitment to serve above self, to put country before party, and to build a future worthy of the hopes of every Sierra Leonean. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we meet at a moment of both optimism and responsibility. Across every district, Sierra Leoneans look to us to deliver on the promise of development, opportunity, and stability. It is a profound responsibility and a sacred trust. Through the Medium-Term National Development Plan 2024-2030, we are translating bold aspirations into measurable progress, bringing services closer to our people, restoring confidence in public institutions, and laying the foundations of a more inclusive, resilient, and prosperous Sierra Leone. This mission is bigger than politics. Bigger than any one of us. It is a task of a generation. The Big Five Game Changers. Overview. Honorable Speaker, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Our vision is anchored in the Big Five Game Changers. The core priorities at the heart of the national transformation agenda. I will highlight the key progress we have made in transforming agriculture, expanding human capital, empowering our youth, driving digital and infrastructure growth, and building a transparent and accountable public service. These are practical steps that are already changing lives. How we grow our food, educate our children, empower our youth, and power our economy, and make governance more accountable. Game Changer 1, feed salon, agriculture, and food security. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, when we launched the Big Five Game Changers in 2023, we set out a simple truth. Sierra Leone must stand on its own feet. We cannot truly prosper if we depend on ships sailing to our shore for our daily food. Yeah. That is why Feed Salon sits at the heart of our agenda. Food security is about dignity, independence, and a future where every family can put food on the table. Last year, rice production grew by 8%, cutting imports by 14%, and saving us $15 million United States dollars in foreign exchange. For the first time in my own living memory, the price of rice has fallen by over 20%. Giving families some relief. We have opened 3 new rice mills, reducing waste and boosting local processing. For the first time, the World Food Programme buys 30% of its rice from farmers in Sierra Leone. This is a dramatic shift from years of near total import dependence. The story is similar for other foods. Egg imports have decreased by 21%. Local onions are now cheaper than imported ones. And we are exporting vegetable oil for the first time. Behind these results is real investment, over $800 million pledged, with $205 million already committed to livestock, cassava, and rural roads. We launched a $10 million credit facility for modern equipment and Sierra Leone's first crop insurance scheme. We have mapped our soils digitally for the first time and registered 300,000 farmers biometrically, building a modern, accountable farming system. 420 kilometers of feeder roads and new bridges are under construction to connect farmers. Responding to climate change, we are embedding resilience into our food systems under the Paris Agreement. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, faith alone is a promise that Sierra Leone can feed itself, create jobs, and give farmers and young people a future worth staying for. The fishery sector. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, fishing sustains over 1 million Sierra Leoneans, especially women and young people in the coastal communities. The sector contributes 12% of our GDP and must be managed wisely. In 2024, the sector earned $5 million, already beating revenue targets. With our new quota management system, revenues will more than double while protecting our fish stock. We have digitized fisheries data, launched an aquaculture and inland fisheries policy, and introduced a closed fishing season to help stock recover. Industrial fishing is set to rise to 150,000 metric tons. A landmark partnership with Egypt is opening doors for joint ventures in commercial fishing and shrimp farming. The reforms in the fisheries sector, we established a modern blue economy that will create jobs now while safeguarding our ocean for the future. Game changer 2, human capital development. Basic and senior secondary education. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, no nation can rise above the quality of its people. Education is the ladder families use to climb out of poverty, and the foundation on which nations build prosperity. When I visit schools, I see children full of hope. Some work for miles, some study by candlelight, yet they keep dreaming. We promised that education will never again be a privilege for the few, but a right for every child. Today we are delivering on that promise. Since 2018, enrollment, retention, and completion rates have all risen. We have built over 1,500 classrooms and upgraded school, water, and sanitation facilities. We have trained more than 20,000 teachers, including 14,000 in early grade literacy and numeracy. We continue to pay fees for MPSC, Becker, PASS every time. Girls are thriving as never before. More girls are completing school and passing exams. Free sanitary pads, school feeding. support for child mothers are helping them return to school and succeed. Independent assessments show our students are now matching their peers in Africa's best performing education systems. Education is our moral duty. An educated child is a free child, a productive citizen, and a future leader. Technical and higher education. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, education must prepare our young people for the jobs of tomorrow. In our first term, we laid the foundation. In this term, we are consolidating that work, building a competitive, future-ready workforce. We are reforming technical and higher education to match skills to jobs. The Work Done Camp project, backed by the African Development Bank, is revitalizing technical institutes to train youth in agro-processing, waste management, digital skills, and entrepreneurship. The Center of Excellence for Automotive Training, a $3.5 million partnership with Japan and UNIDO, offers 960 hours of certified training in 39 modules, creating opportunities especially for young women. Through the recognition of prior learning program, informal workers in construction and HVAC are getting certified for skills they already have. Digital connectivity is transforming learning. With ELCOM and Starlink, we connected 9 universities across 23 campuses to affordable internet, reaching over 10,000 students in just 90 days. This year, with UNDP's Timbuktu initiative, we will launch Uniport, Hub for Digital Entrepreneurship and Innovation. We passed 2 landmark laws: the revised Tertiary Education Commission Act and the National Commission for Technical and Vocational Education Act to strengthen governance and quality. A national research and innovation policy is being developed to position universities as drivers of industrialization and climate science. We are upgrading Mete Magai and Bonobo campuses, fast-tracking Kono University of Science, and producing 14,000 school furniture units locally, creating employment. The digitized Sierra Leone student loan scheme has supported over 1,000 postgraduates and will soon extend to undergraduates, ensuring that no dream ends for lack of money. Every country's greatest wealth is its people. By investing in their skills, we invest in Sierra Leone's future. Healthcare, building a resilient and inclusive system. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, a nation's wealth means little if its people are unhealthy. People are unhealthy. Nobody should die giving life. No child should die due to lack of care. We have strengthened our healthcare system, building hospitals, training doctors, and expanding services to every district. Domestic health spending is up by 2%. The Sierra Leone Social Health Insurance Scheme is reducing out-of-pocket costs. The National Public Health Agency and our real-time disease surveillance system means outbreaks are detected faster and responses are better. We recruited 15% more health workers, bringing the total to over 14,000 and double medical school enrollment. Over 40 doctors are training locally in specialist fields through the postgraduate college of health specialties. Key investments include the 166-bed Julius Maada Bio Pediatric Center of Excellence in London, modernized regional and district hospitals, ambulances in all 16 districts, oxygen plants in regional capitals for critical care. Maternal and newborn deaths have fallen by 70%. And immunization coverage has improved nationwide. Off-grid solar now powers rural health centers, enabling safe night deliveries and vaccine storage. Healthcare is about dignity, survival, and hope. In January, when Sierra Leone recorded its first mpox case, our response was swift. Emergency systems were activated, testing was decentralized, and health workers trained. Today, there is no active outbreak, but surveillance remains strong. Gender equality and children's affairs. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, gender equality remains central to our national agenda. The Gender Equality and Women's Empowerment Act is being implemented through gender units in ministries, gender budgeting, and training. We continue to fight sexual and gender-based violence with stronger legal systems, psychosocial support, and nationwide awareness campaigns. We passed the Prohibition of Child Marriage Act and laid the Child Rights Bill, which will consolidate legal protection for every child. Social welfare and protection. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, my government is committed to fostering a just and inclusive society by expanding social protection, promoting disability inclusion, enhancing mental health services, and providing support for elderly people and retirees. Two landmark laws, the Social Work Regulatory Act and the Social Protection Act, are building stronger systems for the elderly, retirees, and persons with disability. Through the National Social Safety Net, 84,000 elderly-headed households have been registered digitally. With cash transfers, over 11,000 elderly citizens aged 75 and above. NACIT is expanding social security to provide protection to even the informal sector. To combat drug abuse, rehabilitation centers in Hasty and Bo have helped over 400 former drug users rebuild their lives. We are also addressing substance abuse among persons with disabilities through programs combining rehabilitation with vocational training. Already, 200 people are training in tailoring in Makeni and Freetown. With a $1 million India UN grant, we are establishing ski centers and a disability village to empower vulnerable citizens. A nation's strength is measured not by how it treats the powerful, but how it protects the vulnerable. Water and sanitation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, clean water and adequate sanitation are basic rights. We created the Ministry of Water Resources and Sanitation, launched the Western Area Peninsula Water Fund, and introduced new regulations on groundwater use, pollution control, and dam safety. Across the country, systems are being rehabilitated in Blama, Bandawo, Kailam, and Kabbalah to expand water supply to communities. We are building 100 solar-powered boreholes with tanks and standposts for underserved communities. In Freetown, a multi-dollar project is expanding supplies, including 60,000 cubic meters of reservoir at Regent Babaduri, upgrades to Congo Dam, and new pipelines. The Guma Valley Allentown expansion will add new sources, 40 kilometers of pipe, 6 reservoirs, and upgraded pumping stations. Clean water does more than just quench thirst. It keeps our children in school, reduces disease, and free up our women and girls to build their future. Game Changer 3, Youth Employment Scheme. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, everything we have achieved in education, health care, and skills development leads to one goal: creating real opportunities for our young people. If our youth do not find jobs at home or hope, they will look for it elsewhere, or worse, fall prey to drugs and violence. 2 years ago, I launched the Youth Employment Scheme, a bold pledge to create 500,000 jobs in 5 years. This was a promise to fight for the right of every young Sierra Leonean to opportunity, dignity, and hope. Today, we are delivering on that promise. Jobs are being created across agriculture, mining, construction, energy, sports, the creative economy, and the digital sector. Thousands of young people are receiving technical training in various fields, including mechanics, construction, hospitality, welding, and entrepreneurship. Over 250 young women have joined the new programs in digital literacy and business. Across the country, youth-led farming and fisheries projects are thriving. Under the World Bank-funded PSSNYE project, 8,000 young people will each receive seed funding to start and grow their businesses. But let me speak directly to our young people. You are the hands that will build Sierra Leone's future. Your dreams matter more than diamonds or gold. Do not let drugs like Kush steal your future. business, to grow your own food, you are already shaping Sierra Leone's destiny. Your hands must build, your minds must create, your voices must lead. This government, I assure you, will stand with you, invest in you, and fight for you. But you too must rise and fight for yourselves. Because the story of Sierra Leone's next chapter will not be written by politicians like us here or lawmakers alone. It will be written by welders, coders, farmers, athletes, teachers, innovators, keke riders, and many. The future is yours to claim, and we will walk that road with you every step of the way. Game changer 4, technology and infrastructure development. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, if we want Sierra Leone to compete in the modern world, we must invest in the tools of tomorrow, technology and infrastructure. These are not luxuries. They are the foundations of jobs, opportunity, and national pride. Start with technology. Honorable Speaker, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, technology is no longer optional. It is the engine of modern life, powering everything from farming and running businesses to delivering public services. At the 2025 Salon Innovate Digital Government Summit, we celebrated the creativity of our young people, young innovators, especially women, designing solutions in AI, cybersecurity, coding, and entrepreneurship. A young farmer even won the Presidential Innovation Prize for digital farming. For a digital farming, prove that our youth can lead in innovation when given the chance. Government services are now easier to access. Payroll and attendance are digitized, cutting ghost workers. A new government yellow page connects citizens directly to contacts and services across ministries. These reforms are backed by over 100 million United States dollars in investment from China Exim Bank and the World Bank, funding fiber optic expansion in 14 districts, new digital skills programs, and modern service platforms. Energy infrastructure. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, energy is the backbone of a modern economy. Without power, there can be no industry, no job, no future-ready nation. That is why I have taken charge of the sector. I believe leadership must be hands-on, as policy without action is ineffective. Last year we signed the landmark $480 million United States dollars MCC compact to expand our transmission infrastructure, support electricity distribution, governance, and sector reform. In January 2025, the U.S. government launched a global review of MCC compacts around the world. As your talk and do president, I am proud to report that as of July 24, Sierra Leone's compact was among the few approved to continue. A strong endorsement of our leadership, reforms, and our partnership with the United States of America. We joined the Mission 300 initiative in January 2025, a global effort to have energy poverty through innovative financing of renewable energy. We are finalizing the Mission 300 Energy Compact, targeting 2.4 billion to expand electricity access to 78% of the population and raise renewable energy to 52% by 2030. To meet rising demand, we are expanding our national generation capacity through strategic projects that are already underway. 108.5 megawatts non-gas to energy plant at Isidoc Yard, a floating LNG hub for the Mana River Union, a 40 megawatt respite solar project, and a 40 megawatt scattered solar plant at Kamakwe. Upgrading existing generation assets at Intom and Blackhole Road, doubling capacity at the Dodogoma hydro plant by converting it into a hybrid hydro-solar facility and expanding Bumbuna by an additional 50 megawatts with support from OPEC. Through CLSG and EFLI, power has reached schools, health centers, and rural communities. Our goal is clear: to generate over 1,000 megawatts of power by 2030. Infrastructure, roads, bridges, and transport. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, good roads are more than asphalt and bridges. They connect farmers to markets, students to schools, and patients to hospitals. They give every Sierra Leonean a fair chance to thrive. That is why we are investing heavily across the country. Through public-private partnerships, we are financing the Koblo Gulama Mabang Bridge and the 86-kilometer Moyambamba to Junction Road. Proposals for the 85-kilometer Mano Junction, Tongo, Bumpe, Kwedu Road are in 2024, the Road Maintenance Fund supported a the upkeep of 1,403 kilometers of roads, culverts, bridges, ferries, and created a modern road commission database and the ILO. This year, 39.7 million has been allocated to local councils for road maintenance and rehabilitation. Beyond roads, transport is also about connecting people and building inclusion. We launched the 50 Wakafine buses, serving 25,000 passengers daily, nearly half of them women and people with disabilities. At Lumley, we opened the modern public transit terminal. And we are building a marketplace with daycare for 2,500 traders, giving working mothers themselves a more supportive space. And because the future must be green, and because the future must be green, we are developing a national policy for electric buses in partnership with South Korea. To curb fraud and improve traffic security, we introduced the RFID vehicle licenses, biometric driver's licenses, and digital number plates. New service centers and mobile registration units are bringing services closer to remote communities. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, these achievements ensure fairness, dignity, and shared prosperity. Development must reach every Sierra Leonean, not just those across the equator. Game Changer 5, revamping the public service. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, good governance begins with a public service that truly serves the people. One that is efficient, fair, and accountable. A government can only deliver when its institutions are strong, trusted, and focused on results. Over the past year, we have taken bold steps to transform our public service into a modern, professional institution that delivers for every Sierra Leonean. For the first time since 2011, we updated the Civil Service Code, introduced clear performance appraisals, and digitized key HR processes from recruitment to training. These changes are building a culture of professionalism and accountability. Soon, this House will receive a new public service policy and bill to strengthen the legal framework. For the first time, our draft revised constitution will dedicate an entire chapter to the public service, embedding integrity and merit at the heart of governance. Accountability in the public service. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, accountability is not optional. Citizens deserve to know how their taxes are used. The Anti-Corruption Commission continues to act independently. In 2024, 2024 alone, it recovered nearly 35 million and achieved 90% compliance through its online asset declaration system. Sierra Leone is now ranked among the top 10 most improved countries on the Mo Ibrahim Governance Index. And 7th for anti-corruption. We have launched the 5th generation anti-corruption strategy, a homegrown, tech-driven plan to fight corruption in both the private and public sectors. Digitalizing payment systems and audit services. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we are modernizing how government manages money. The Integrated Financial Management Information System, IFMIS, is now live in 20 MDAs, making payments faster, more transparent, and harder to abuse. Gratuity payments to retirees are now automated, ending years of frustrating delays. Audit Service Sierra Leone has expanded its coverage to 88% of public spending and now conducts performance audits to ensure that resources deliver real value for citizens. These reforms boost trust in our institutions. A nation can only succeed when its people believe that public resources are used for the public good. This is the government we are building, a government that works, delivers, and remains accountable to the people it serves. We are laying the foundation for a public service that is honorable, professional, and citizens-focused. Because good governance is not about grand speeches, it is about results that the people can feel in their lives. Critical sectors and cross-cutting areas. The economy.
Thank you, and then clap for the backlog.
Let me now highlight critical sectors.
Resolution 4. You need a clap.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me now highlight other critical sectors and cross-cutting areas, beginning with the economy, the engine of our national transformation. Our economy has weathered difficult global storms, rising energy prices, supply chain disruptions, and the lingering effects of pandemic. Yet, Sierra Leone has remained resilient. In 2024, GDP grew by 4%, driven by mining, agriculture, construction, light manufacturing, and tourism. Inflation fell from 54.5% to 9.38%. The yuan depreciated only by 5.7% against the United States dollar. These gains show that our fiscal and monetary reforms are working. Domestic revenue reached 14.6 billion yearly. The fiscal deficit narrowed to 4.8% of GDP, and public debt declined to 39.5% of GDP through disciplined repayment and exchange rate stability. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let us be frank. We cannot build our future on aid. No. Sierra Leone must fund its own development.
Absolutely.
And that is why we are expanding our revenue base, improving revenue collection, plugging illicit financial flows that rob us of billions of leones each year. Every leone lost to tax evasion or illegal transfer is a classroom not built, a road not paved, and a hospital not equipped. So I call on every citizen and business to pay their fair share in taxes. National pride involves not just waving the green, white, and blue flag. It also means contributing to the nation of fair share. The IMF's $240 million extended credit facility, approved in November 2024, is not a handout. It is a vote of confidence in our reforms and leadership. We are diversifying our economy, investing in agriculture, tourism, and value-added mining, while building a stronger private sector to create jobs and expand exports. Progress is rare, but the road ahead requires discipline, sacrifice, and shared responsibility. Trade and industry. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Sierra Leone is open for business. We have signed new trade and investment agreements with partners from Turkey to South Korea, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE. We became the first country to complete the AFCFTA readiness assessment, giving us a roadmap for regional trade and investor confidence. To protect citizens from volatile global markets, we introduced a transparent pricing formula for essential goods like rice, flour, sugar, cement, petroleum, helping stabilize living costs. Our manufacturing sector now contributes 22% to GDP. The growth in food processing, cement, aluminium, copper, recycling, and plastics. These progress show that smart policies and private enterprise can drive a more diverse, resilient economy. Downstream petroleum sector. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, we are building a secure, competitive energy market that gives citizens and businesses access to affordable, reliable fuel. The new National Petroleum Regulatory Authority, strengthened by the 2025 Act, now ensures a reliable fuel supply, better infrastructure, and fair competition. Petroleum imports grew by 56% in 2024, while storage capacity expanded by 86% to 250,000 metric tons. With World Bank support, we modernized the pricing formula, making it transparent and responsive to global markets. Upstream and midstream petroleum sector. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Sierra Leone is boldly positioning itself as West Africa's next frontier for oil and gas exploration. Our offshore basin, though largely unexplored, holds immense geological promise. With the right investment, our upstream petroleum sector could be transformative for our economy and people. A landmark offshore study identified 80 deep water exploration leads with early estimates of 30 billion barrels of recoverable oil and gas. We completed a 30 million 3D seismic survey, the first in over a decade, adhering to global safety and environmental standards. The data will guide drilling decisions to connect West African gas to European markets. The project will spur regional industrial growth, create jobs, increase transit revenue, and develop a domestic gas market for power and exports, delivering affordable energy for households and industry. With responsible management, our upstream petroleum sector can usher a new era of national prosperity. My government is committed to leading this effort with clear vision and accountability for the benefit of all Sierra Leoneans. Mining, Mr. Speaker, honorable members, mining remains a cornerstone of our economy. In 2024, mineral exports generated $1.12 billion, with growth in iron ore, rutile, and mineral sands. Reforms under the 2022 Mines and Minerals Development Act have strengthened transparency and community benefits. This year, we disbursed $6.7 million in community development funds for schools, clinics, and water systems in Petroleum and Tonkolili. Non-tax mining revenues rose by 34% to $28 million due to better oversight and increased production. But our vision goes beyond exporting raw minerals. We are adding value locally, diversifying exports, and ensuring sustainable practices. Our natural resource must work for the people today and for generations to come. Environment and climate change, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. Climate change is not a distant threat. It's already here. Heavier rains, floods, landslides that are destroying lives and livelihoods. That is why climate resilience is now a national priority. We are embedding climate action in all development planning, implementing our updated Paris Agreement commitments, reforesting degraded areas, protecting biodiversity, and tackling illegal construction on waterways. Our approach is focused on safeguarding homes, farms, and communities while securing the future of Sierra Leone. In July, the Gola Forest National Park and the Tiwai Island Wildlife Sanctuary, collectively called the Gola Tiwai Complex, were officially designated as Sierra Leone's first UNESCO World Heritage Site. This momentous achievement reflects our nation's rich biodiversity and underscores the global ecological importance of these pristine natural ecosystems. national cohesion, and democracy. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, the true strength of a nation is not measured only in GDP figures or kilometers of new roads. It is measured in the bonds that hold its people together, in the trust that no matter our differences, we share one destiny, red or green. Our destiny is colorless. Over the past year, national dialogue has helped us confront hard truths, seek reconciliation, and reaffirm a simple but powerful truth: Sierra Leone must always come first. Like our great rivers, which gather strength from many tributaries, our nation draws power from its diversity, from every region, every faith, and every community. Sierra Leone today remains one of Africa's most peaceful nations. According to the 2025 Global Peace Index, we are the second most peaceful in West Africa, fifth in Africa, and 57 globally. This is not by chance. It is the result of hard work, of years of collaboration, red and green, tolerance, vigilance, and deliberate effort. Through the Independence Commission for Peace and National Cohesion, we have institutionalized peace in this country. The Commission mediates disputes, promotes reconciliation, and strengthens early warning systems to prevent conflict. But peace is like a bridge. It must be maintained constantly, or it will weaken and break. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, let me address the dangers of persistent election denialism and election denialism and reckless conspiracy theories. Mr. Chairman, honorable members, we cannot love Sierra Leone while we undermine the very institutions that allow our democracy to thrive. Denying legitimate elections is not free speech. It is direct assault on our stability and future. If we are to truly honor the sacrifices of those who built and preserved our peace, we must defend it with unity, courage, and unwavering resolve. In addressing the challenges within our electoral system and institutions, my government has chosen the more difficult challenge, yet commendable path, to reform what has been inherited as flawed. For decades, inefficiencies in Sierra Leone's electoral systems have undermined public trust. We are the first administration bold enough to confront these systemic weaknesses head on. Yes. The Tripartite Committee on Electoral Systems and Management Bodies Review is conducting a historic review of more than 80 reform proposals. This is a thorough, citizen-informed process designed to enhance transparency, inclusion, and credibility. I commend the multi-partisan collaboration that has made this possible. Through open consultations nationwide, we are shaping reforms that will restore public trust, strengthen electoral justice, and leave behind a democracy that works for all Sierra Leoneans. This government will fully implement these reforms because a democracy is only as strong as the systems that protect it. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as leaders entrusted with our nation's future, we must continually champion reforms that foster unity and inclusion. It is time to renew national dialogue on adopting the proportional representation. This time round, it is time to renew national dialogue on adopting proportional representation, not just for parliamentary election, but across the executive and public sector. Demonstrates its value, having increased women's participation across party lines. We must therefore build a governance architecture that truly reflects the diversity and multiplicity Honorable members, peace is precious, and it is guarded every day by the men and women of our security and intelligence services. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to them for their discipline, sacrifice, and patriotism. They ensure that no ambition rises above the Constitution and that Sierra Leone remains stable and secure. Our community policy model is reducing crime, including homicide, robbery, trafficking, and drug-related offenses. Strategic investments in infrastructure, communication surveillance, and welfare have made our police more effective. New legislation to strengthen professionalism, accountability, and community engagement in policing will soon come before this House. The Office of National Security has improved early warning systems, crime response, private security regulation, and regional cooperation, reinforcing internal stability. The Republic of Sierra Leone Armed Forces, ASLA, under the new tri-service structure, continues to defend our sovereignty while adopting defense. The first national defense policy now aligns its missions with national development. Foreign relations and international cooperation. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, today, Sierra Leone stands taller on the global stage than at any other time in our history. We are serving simultaneously as non-permanent members of the United Nations Security Council and as members of the African Union Peace and Security Council I will keep the others. This role allows us to shape conversation on peace, security, and global justice, and to amplify Africa's voice where decisions are made. During our presidency of the United Nations Security Council last year, Sierra Leone convened 20 formal meetings, adopted 4 key resolutions, and led historic debates on Africa's representation and a new global agenda for peace. As coordinator of the African Union Committee of 10 on the UN Security Council reform, we achieved a breakthrough long thought to be impossible. For the first time, the United States of America publicly supported 2 permanent seats for Africa. Hosting the C-10 retreat in Freetown further reinforced our leadership on this vital reform. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, I am fully aware of the criticisms that sometimes follow my overseas trips. Detractors, some of them are here. We normally say an SO2 and I don't travel back. Let me assure this honorable House that every mission undertaken serves the national interests of Sierra Leone. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, Sierra Leone must be present at the global table. not as mere spectators, but as active contributors, ensuring that our voice plays a role in shaping decisions that will define our future. The truth is that investments, partnerships, and opportunities do not come to those who stay silent in their little corners. Investments, partnership, opportunities do not come to those who stay in their little corners. Silent. As a small nation, we must work twice as hard to secure our rightful place in the world. And that is exactly what I do on your behalf. I do not enjoy flying, I'm not a pilot. But I go because Sierra Leone must be seen, heard, and respected. These engagements have yielded tangible results, unlocking financing for transformative projects in areas such as roads, energy, agriculture, digital infrastructure, and climate resilience. Additionally, they have often led to new trade agreements, strengthening our international partnerships. To expand our reach and support Sierra Leoneans abroad, we have opened new diplomatic missions in Algeria, France, and Ireland. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, on the current occupation of Yenga, our position is peaceful but resolute. We are firmly committed to a diplomatic solution, but we will always defend our sovereignty through lawful means. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, in June 2025, I was deeply honored to assume the role of chairman of the Thank you. This is a national responsibility and a source for pride. It gives Sierra Leone a leading voice in advancing regional peace, democratic transitions, economic integration, trade, and infrastructure development. So we are not ashamed for clap. Okay, since you are not clapping, let me conclude. Mr. Speaker, honorable members, as we open this new session of Parliament, let us remember that the strength and destiny of our nation lie not in the power of a few, but in the unity of all of us. For over 6 decades, Sierra Leone has known hardship and triumph. Yet, through every trial, by the grace of God and by the collective will, we have stood resilient, unbroken, bound by a shared purpose. Today, I call on every one of us across this house, across our political divide, across every district and community, to rise above division. Let us choose cooperation over conflict, reconciliation over rancor, and service over self.
For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices come. Credibility, now we ability news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking, there's a get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give you the news, give you the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. Human them, girl begin the security power. Make you call on me, count on me anyhow. Liberty we ride, like a nigga we fly. Liberty TV day before. Climb the mountain just to get the news. Go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices down. Hi yeah, give the news, give the views, the tell where you want them. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl picking the get the power. You count on me, you count on me anyhow. Give the news, give the view, the tell you want some. Government issues, democracy, now we not the answer. We human them, girl begin the security power. Make it all over here, count on me anyhow. We speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. Speak free and fearless, inclusive journalism. For the news we dey around, log into Liberty TV online. Positively we bring the change. They get the masses involved. Staffs them everywhere, everywhere. We climb the mountain just to get the news. We go down the slums to get the views. Hi yeah, voices.
There is victory for us. There is victory for us. In the struggles of APC, there is victory for us. Oh yes, for us, oh yes. In the struggles of APC.
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, subject to the provision of section 84.1 as enshrined in Standing Order SO 51 for shootings from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday of the same provisions of the Standing Order
I want this House to take a resolution to sit on Monday. Mr. Speaker, I so move. Any seconder?
Mr. Speaker, honorable members, going on the fact that we are about to go on recess. Thank you so much. I so second the motion.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. This sitting is adjourned. Do you have announcements? Proceed.
Announcement for refreshment. Guests invited to the Speaker's cocktail are respectfully requested to proceed to the State Hall. Honorable judges are kindly requested to make their way to the Speaker's conference room. All other invited guests are courteously requested to proceed to the conference room administrative building for refreshment. Thank you.
Honorable members of the previous caucus are asked to wait immediately after the sitting in the chambers signed by the President.
Honorable members, this sitting is adjourned to Monday, the 11th August 2025 at 10 a.m. prompt.
Okay, you can manage it. Okay, join them. Been too short.
Ali, come on.
Pass, I want pass.